Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation. So thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send in a donation. So this one says, what's good, Locario? This is kind of long, so bear with me. I have a serious question to ask. How do I go about going from beta male to an alpha male? Here's the situation. I'm 27 years old, and it seems like life has always passed me by. I've been doing some reading about alpha and beta males, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm a beta male. I feel embarrassed about admitting this, but I know that acknowledging this will help me in becoming an alpha male. I've always seemed to always get overlooked by women and get disrespected in ways that I know I should not have. And it's not even just when it comes to women, but life in general. I can command anyone's attention. For example, I could be talking amongst a group of people and everyone could get their point across. But when I say something, people either make a slick comment or just disregard what I say in general. My self-esteem is also at an all-time low, and I have regressed in my game significantly, whether dealing with women or just everyday life period. This may stem from me being bullied when I was younger. Back on the topic of women, though, I noticed they always go for the men who are known players. I often compare myself to my brother, who is one himself. Me and him can be in a club or somewhere, and I could try to get at a certain chick and I receive no cooperation. Meanwhile, my brother can be just chilling and minding his business, not even paying the slightest attention to certain females, and they're all over him. I always wonder what I'm doing wrong for them to react that way towards him and not me. I know I'm not a bad looking dude. While I do love my brother, I am jealous of him because he is everything that I want to be, but I am not right now. Something which I am embarrassed to admit, but by me acknowledging this, I know this will help me down the line. I'm just tired of feeling disrespected and overlooked, like I'm invisible when it comes to women and life, period. What steps do I need to take to become the alpha male that deep down I know I can be? All right. So let's get into this, man, because, a lot of guys, we talk about this whole alpha male, beta male stuff. And, when we break it down simply, right, the alpha male is just the guy who is the most masculine, most dominant, most attractive guy, right? And the beta male is, basically like the opposite of that, right? And what happens is that the reason why, you're going through all of these things and, you're like, I'm a beta male and I want to be an alpha male and all of that. All it really is a mindset switch. You understand? The difference between a guy who's an alpha male and a guy who's not is basically how he thinks, because how he thinks is going to dictate how he acts. You understand? So if if you're insecure, if you think girls don't like you, if you think that you have to simp or, kiss up to women or try to impress them or do a whole bunch of other stuff like that, then you are going to be that beta male type of guy. If you are a guy who's confident, you're masculine, you're not afraid to be yourself around women, you just do your thing. You understand? You're going to have more of those alpha male qualities, right? But see, the thing is, the reason why you are experiencing certain things is because of how you are, what you're focusing on, basically, right? Because, you're saying, hey, I go to the club with my brother and these girls, they just, be into him. But then when it comes to me, it's not really happening. Or, I'll be in a conversation with a group of people and, it seems like, everybody gets their point across. But when I try to speak, people just make slick comments and, they disregard me and all this other stuff, right? Now, see, because you have that beta male mindset, what happens is that you are seeing life through the eyes of a beta male. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, I'll say it like this. Let's say you always hear women say, oh, I can't find a good man, right? Now, the quote unquote good men exist all around her. You understand? And then the guys who aren't the good guys, she's like, oh, I just keep running into these guys who are jerks and who are assholes, and there are no good guys around. No, there are good guys around, but she doesn't see them. She doesn't recognize them because she's caught up in the world of dealing with the jerks. Because she has that good guy over there who wanted to get with her, but she ignored him. She has that good guy over there that, you know, is a cool guy, but she's just not, you know, paying attention to him. You understand? And so the thing is that in her situation, she probably can't find the quote unquote good guy that she's into who's also into her. You understand? But they are out there. But the thing is, she's so caught up in dealing with the guys who are the jerks and the assholes. And so she's sort of ignoring, you know, all the good guys that are there. And even when she does, let's say, stumble upon a good guy, quote unquote, whatever that is to her, right? She's so, you know, caught up in her mind frame of thinking that most of the guys she fucks with are jerks. You understand? She's going to find the jerk in that good guy and be like, oh, see, he did this, he did that. You understand? Because that's where her mindset is. And that's what she's going to experience in that situation because she's looking for that. You understand? But everything is going on around her at all times, meaning that good guy is there and those jerks are there, but she's gravitating to the jerks because that's what she thinks, you know, she can attract. And when she does stumble upon a good guy, you know, and she just sees the bullshit within him, you understand? And then she harps on that. So with that same example, you're doing the same thing because you're saying, well, you know, I'm in these conversations and, you know, everybody gets a point across. And then when I say something, they look at me like this or they say some slick shit or whatever. Right. But what you got to understand is that whenever anybody's having a conversation, there will be times where somebody's going to say something and then somebody's not going to like what they say or they're not going to get their point across or whatever. Like the same thing you're, thinking about also happens to everybody else. But also there are probably times when you're having a conversation and people are listening to you, but because you have the mindset of the fact that people are just, you know, not really paying attention to you or they are making slick comments or whatever, you focus on that and make that a bigger thing than you actually getting your point across or somebody listening to what you're saying. Because sometimes you're probably in those situations and people are listening to what you're saying, but you're not focused on that because your mindset is on the fact that people aren't, listening. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like when a person, you know, they'll hear 10 good things about them and it'll just be like in the air. But then as soon as somebody says one negative thing, that's what they focus on the most. You see what I'm saying? So the positive and the negative is always there, but it's all about what you're focusing on. And again, it's about that mindset switch. You have to switch how you see things. You have to switch how you, see the world. Because even with your situation with your brother, you're saying, hey, you know, he goes out and, you know, girls are coming up to him and talking to him and this and this and that, right? But the thing is, I guarantee you, if you actually sat down and talked to your brother, he'll tell you about a whole bunch of bullshit that he has to go through with women also. You understand? So it's not all peaches and cream with him. You understand? He's probably going through other shit that he has to deal with when he's trying to get shit popping with a girl. But what you're seeing and what you're noticing is when girls are cooperating with him because you have the thought process of, him being a player. You see him as that player. So you create that story in your head of what's happening with him and women. So you're focusing on him winning. You understand? You're focusing on when he gets shit popping with girls. Because let's say you see your brother across the room at a club or whatever, and you see him talking to a girl. You don't know exactly what he's talking about. You don't know what she's saying to him. But in your mind, you think, oh, look at her. She's talking to him. She's engaging in conversation. And it looks like she really likes him and yada, yada, yada. And the whole time, he could be telling her, hey, let me get your number. And she could be like, oh, I got a boyfriend, this and this and that, whatever. A lot of times you won't know. You understand? Just by looking at it. But because you see that interaction and because you think of him that way, you're seeing it through a certain, type of, like visual. You understand? You're like, okay, this is what happens with my brother. You're going to create that story. Just like when you're going through stuff, you know, let's say if you're having that conversation or you're talking to some girl or whatever it is, and one little thing, like, you know, let's say she just seems bored or something, you're going to be thinking, oh, see, it's because I'm a beta male. It's because girls don't like me, which is why she's acting like that and blah, 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 and this and this and that. You're creating that whole story for yourself, right? So a lot of it really is just a mindset switch. You have to switch your mindset to stop thinking and seeing the world through the eyes of a beta male, and then start seeing the world through the eyes of the alpha male. And so the alpha male, all it really boils down to is him being confident in himself, him being sure of himself, him not giving a fuck about what women think about him, and him doing his own thing, right? Because that is what is masculine. And then that's the thing that, you know, makes women want to gravitate to you. You understand? So it's something that you have to work on. You have to first constantly work on it, because if you have that beta male energy, right, and you have that like thought process, it's going to be hard for you at first to make that switch, you know, like overnight. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be something that, you know, is going to take time. And this is why I tell you guys how important it is to understand the game and to learn game. Because when you learn game, what you're doing is that you are giving yourself the opportunity to learn what is attractive to women. You understand? This is all we talk about here. You understand? Because this thing, some guys just sort of naturally have this, you know, vibe. You understand? So they just sort of, you know, they just do their thing, right? And then, you know, shit happens with the chicks. And then other guys have to sort of, you know, learn certain things to do and practice a little more, get a little bit more comfortable within themselves in order to make the shit happen, right? Because truthfully, you know, what it is this, is that alpha male is already within you. You understand? That vibe that you have is already there. You understand? For most of you guys out there, you understand? Because there's always going to be some dude who's going to be a beta and some dude who's going to be an alpha. It's just the way that, you understand, the shit operates. You understand? But at any moment, you understand, the alpha male could turn into some beta shit, and the beta could turn into some alpha shit. You understand? Again, it depends on that mindset switch, right? So you basically make the choice as to what type of guy you want to be. You understand? See, you know, it's not just like this thing where, you know, oh, like, since you are the beta male, you're just stuck there. You understand? It doesn't work that way, because all it really is, when we talk about the alpha and the beta, it's all just really a behavior thing. You understand? And the behavior comes from how you think. You understand? So this is why I say it's a mindset switch. And, you know, this is why the game is here to help you to, you know, develop those aspects of yourself, to understand what you can do to, you know, make yourself be that attractive guy, right? And so this is why I tell you guys every freaking day, go to badboymembership.com so you can step up your game. You feel me? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Listen, if you guys have any more questions, make sure that you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.